Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to Sportylive here on Sporty TV. Now, as we are all enjoying the international break, here on Sporty TV, we decided to do a quick season so far review and preview show. My name is Victor Godfrey. As you know, I don't do this alone. We have the best minds when it comes to talking football. I call them the boys. The oddsman, Chigozie Brown, is in the house. Also, the calm, cool, collected Gideon Keshi. And of course, not forgetting, the one and only Femi Faraway is part of us today. And like he usually says, we are delighted to have you, Femi. Now, guys, you can be a part of this conversation on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let's know your thoughts. Do not forget to press that follow. 20 questions to you now, Chigozie Brown. City, Arsenal, United, in the picture as well. But
no, let's not kid. Let's go for the actual contenders for the title, right? Manchester City. I'm just saying. I don't see it happening. 19 points. Okay. That's a bit too much.
So
City,
Manchester Arsenal City. Then. So the chase for the top four now in this case. A quick look at the table once again to let us know who are in contention for that final spot for the Champions League. You have Tottenham, of course, in 4th position, Newcastle in 5th, Liverpool in 6th, and Brighton and Hove Albion in 7th. Guys, I'm going to start off with, let me see, who will I go with first now? Gideon, you go first. Between Liverpool, Tottenham, Newcastle, and Brighton, who will make the top four?
For a second there, I almost said ladies first. We're not doing that today. Okay, so if they ultimately don't do it,
he's going for a backup plan. No backup plan, Gideon.
They will at least make the Conference League one of the positions.
That's fair. Femi, quickly. Tottenham, Liverpool, Newcastle, Brighton, top four.
Spurs. Look, there's no need to beat around the bush. I started the conversation saying points on the board is what exists.
With the drama, with Conte, that affects the team, doesn't it?
Spurs employed Conte.
Now, Brown, last man standing, Liverpool, Tottenham, Newcastle, or Brighton for the top four.
I actually like this conversation because...
Eddie Howe.
I was coming to that. They are not a quality side because they have someone up, right?
So just to wrap it up, though, basically...
Give me time.
No, we don't have time, though.
I know. Okay, so let me wrap it up.
Yeah,
right?
Very quickly.
So, personally, Newcastle United have won 2.
I'm thankful that Cross is no longer here for me to say.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on. Like, I feel so much
Let's take a look at this picture. Femi is looking at Haaland with such admiration. Femi, explain yourself with this picture.
So to tell you what happened was when he started scoring a lot of goals in the Premier League, he was seen walking down the streets of Manchester. I remember everyone says Manchester is red, but he was practically chest out, shoulders broad, walking around Manchester saying, I own this town. So that's why I'm looking at him in awe. Like, that's my man.
With so much admiration. I mean, look at Erling Haaland. One of the questions you asked was how many hat-tricks he scored already. He scored 6.
Now, let's go back to Chigozie Brown. I guess we are the only ones in agreement with our own picks of the player of the season so far.
Who?
Yeah.
And that is...
Not Haaland.
Who?
Who else? But this gentleman over here, Bukayo Saka. He has to be, and I won't even say much, like Femi said, if you don't understand, don't worry about it. Now, Chigozie Brown, let's go.
Yeah, Bukayo Saka, he's one of the few players in the
pundits. They've given us their team of the season so far in the English Premier League. I do also have mine as well. Guys, don't laugh at mine. It's actually it's a solid list as well. So I'm going to 4-3-3. Very, very briefly. In goal, Nick Pope. A back four of Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Saliba, and Trippier. You can clearly show that. Nick Pope, obviously, is amazing in his performances so far with Newcastle. I'm going to midfield 3. It's a 4-3-3 formation. Very, very attacking formation. You might ask, why James Ward-Prowse? But I feel he has been fantastic for Southampton this season. The only spark of brilliance they've had. Of course, Bruno Fernandes, the sheer numbers and games he's played for United shows how instrumental he is. Odegaard as well, been amazing for Arsenal. Haaland, Saka, and Rashford makes up my front 3. All right, now, there's something we all agree on, whether it's Team Arsenal, City, United, whatever the case is. We all agreed with the manager of the season so far, and that is Mikel Arteta of Arsenal.
Well, at least I'm sure I did it well. I'm sure you also did. I'm not sure about the two of them.
Because
this guy was trying to make an explanation for Manchester United.
Look,
Ten Hag for manager of the season?
No. Ten Hag cannot be the manager of the season, but he's
been amazing.
He's one manager of the month.
But let's
already.
talk about Arteta, though, guys. What makes him?
He's been brilliant.
Femi,
he's been brilliant.
In what sense, though?
Yeah, because he's the prodigy who's gone on to learn from the master, and all of a sudden he's doing better than the master this season in the Premier League.
Okay, Brown.
I mean, I think Mikel Arteta has not just built a team, but, and not to be cliche, he's built a family. You know, every single player is playing not just for the manager, but they're playing for the pride of the badge. And that's something that in recent season, Arsenal fans have not really seen from their teams. It has looked like a job for such a long time. But now they're playing football, they're enjoying their football, and the tactics and his in-game management as well has vastly improved over the seasons he's been at Arsenal. So personally, I feel like Mikel Arteta he's getting it right this season. It remains to be seen if he has the consistency that Pep has shown in the Premier League. But so far this season, he's been phenomenal.
Gideon?
I mean, it's just really, really, really impressive seeing how a manager who actually, you know, defied all odds. Let's not forget, a couple of seasons ago, the fans were always clamoring for him to have been sacked, but the board decided to, you know, maintain their faith in him, and he has justified that. And also, I like what he does with youth development. Look at Arsenal. It's a team of largely young players who are just really, really firing on all cylinders. Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, and whatnot. What he has done with that side, and like what Brown said, you could see that they're not just playing as a team, they're playing as a unit, as a family, so to speak. And finally, the numbers do not lie. 28 games played so far, 22 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. I mean, come on.
You're about to say that points on the board. Just points on the board.
6 points ahead of the champ. I mean, 8 points, I beg your pardon, ahead of champions, Man City. So
defending champions.
Defending champions.
So now, there you have it. Our pundits are giving us their player of the season, team of the season, and of course, manager of the season. You can do the same as well on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're going to go on a quick break, but before we do that, we have action for you lovers of sports here on Sporty TV. Action from the J. Welcome back to Sportylive here on Sporty TV. We have been having a fantastic time today on the season so far review and preview show. My name is Victor Godfrey. I have with me, I call them the boys. You know these guys already. The Oddsman, Chigozie Brown, and of course, the cool, calm, collected Gideon Keshi. Now you're wondering, where is Femi? I can assure you, relax. He's not far away. He's not far away. He's literally at our European Tournament World Chat. Femi Faraway literally is there with us to help us talk through this next segment, which features the UEFA Champions League and the Europa League. Femi, how are you doing over there?
Ta-da.
Hello, over there.
That's what I wonder where I went up to. You can see we've got our tournament world chart right here. So we're going to go through the predictions.
Yes, sir.
Right? We're currently at the quarterfinal stage. This is the very important stage of the tournament for both events, right? Number one, we already know how the semi-final pairings will be. We know the run to the final. And we've got, well, our prediction on who will go on to win it. 6 games.
And scored 5 in 1, by the way.
Doesn't matter really, Victor.
I'm just saying that he scored 5 in 1. Like, that's impressive. I'm siding with you. I chose him too. Femi, calm down. We're on the same. Like, he scored 5 in 1. That's impressive.
The last time I remember having a conversation with you, you're defending Saka.
Femi, can we get that picture again so you can see that my picture is actually there as well? Let's see that the team of the player of the season so far in Europe. There you go. There you have it in the middle.
And again, we still have Femi looking at Alan
with admiration.
Did you see the Premier League setup? When you did my Premier League setup?
Yeah.
I'll come down, I'll sit there.
So we're on the same team for this one. So that means we only have one person who didn't choose Haaland on this table, and that is, who is that? I don't know.
Let's look under the table.
Chigozie Brown, the odds man.
Yes.
And you have to be the odd one out.
It is what it is. I personally feel like...
I was hoping you were going to sing the Osimhen song, like, Osimhen, but
I can't sing to save my life.
Can't sing to save my life, that's fine. But you don't have to. You're a football fan. Football fans don't have the best voice, if you haven't noticed. Let's talk about our team of the season so far when it comes to European football. We have the choice to choose from top leagues in the European continent and also the Europa League and the Champions League as well. I'm going to start off with a Gideon for this one. Giddy, what do you have for us in terms of your team of the season so far from Europe? I know you chose a goalkeeper from our pundits. The team of the season from the entire big leagues in Europe, of course, the big competitions, Europa League and the Champions League. Now, this is my own team of the season as well from Europe. It is a 4-3-3. I went in goal with Thibaut Courtois very, very quickly. A back four of Alphonso Davies, Delite, Kim Min-jae, and Di Lorenzo. Of course, in the midfield is a midfield three of Pedri, Lopez, and Bellingham and Musiala.
Oh, why were you looking at me when I brought it?
Whoa, easy now. All right, watch it. 4-3-3. Final front three is Vinicius Junior on the left, Haaland, obviously, and the man's name who is so beautiful to pronounce, Vicha Kvaratskhelia as well, is there. So we have our team of the season so far from Europe, and we'd love to know what you think as well. But before we do that, though, we'd love to go on a very, very quick. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this show. The one and only Femi Faraway. Amazing Arsenal, Team Arsenal for a moment. Anyway, Chigozie Brown, Ojuro. The odds man. He says Ojuro. Of course, the one and only cool, calm, collected Gideon Keshi. Thank you guys for making this really, really important and fun. But then again, a big shout out to you, our viewers, for making this show very, very lovely and fun. My name is Victor Godfrey. Like I always say, be good and be safe. And until next time, it is bye from us and bye for now.